Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teachers Noob. Today I have with me Dead Guy.
Hello.
And today we're going over an interesting one. And we all know about the drug Venom that Bane uses, but Batman once stated during Nightfall he's had experience with Venom, to which Bane says, "Trust me, you don't know about my Venom." Well, here's the story where Venom, the drug, was first introduced.
Okay. And
This
yes,
part,
Venom was around before Bane
Bane,
started perfecting it
yes.
and selling it and using it. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
well, more using it. This is before his island started shoving it into him. But yeah, we open up. This is done by Denny O'Neil, with layouts by Trevor Van Eden and pencils over them by Russell Braun and inks by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. And
Cool.
basically, it happened years ago, but when he closes his eyes, he can still experience it. Not only the gleam of wet surfaces, but the nightmarish light from the flare, and the patter and the hiss of tides on pavement, and the yeah. And can't go in there. There's been a water main break and the tunnel's flooding. That ain't all. The whole damn thing's about to cave in. Water's weak enough. The child's down there. I don't know what to say. So basically, he's going down there to find this young girl who's been hidden down there.
Okay.
So you can imagine Batman's just running through there. But then there's a collapse that's happening. Mister, you okay? Mister! I'll have you out in a minute. Give you my word on that. My promise. Never break. A promise. One more piece. Uh-oh, look how big that piece is.
Whoa. Oh, wow. There's no way.
No good. Gotta try. Another grip. No good. Gotta get under. Sissy! She died.
He
I
couldn't
was too
save
weak.
her.
I was too weak to save her. Master Bruce. Oh, I thought I was some fine detective. Traced the kidnappers through his known associates and found a pair of rubber boots in his room and analyzed the mud on them and figured out he must have taken the girl to the abandoned water tunnel, and I was right. But I wasn't strong. I was right, but I wasn't strong enough. I failed. Did you expect that you never would? Really, Master Bruce? Pretty egotistical, huh? One might say. I suggest you permit me to do something about your garments. Filthy does not express. No, not until I've done what I have to do, which is break the news to Sissy's father.
Oh.
As he going, can't say how sorry I am. Well, it is a shame. My daughter certainly had a short life, but I dare say it was a happy one. He's taking it rather well. She died alone, in terror and pain. Who knows what awful things would have happened to her if she'd lived, eh? Yes, who knows? Something bothers me. You said the kidnappers didn't want money. What was he asking for? These handful of capsules. What are they? Are you familiar with the term designer drugs? Probably not, huh? And I doubt you'd understand. Try me. Basically, then he gives a summary of designer drugs, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
The same kind of experiments that and that Copley is doing at Misery Tech. Again, they did Danny O'Neill putting in his own politics stuff and putting in facts.
Yeah, yeah. It
These
sells
babies
it to
right
you.
here. If you had them tonight at the tunnel, Sissy would still be alive. Go on, take one. From a full moment, he gazed at it. Not interested. One more question. Did you give in to the kidnappers' demands? Hand over 5 years' work just like that? No, thank you. Is there anyone else in the house? No, I live alone since my wife died. Are you expecting anyone? At this hour? Into the next room. Someone's coming back the stairs. Oh, and he keeps thinking about the poor girl. What in blue blazes? And what in blue blazes? Call one of the kidnappers. Call the cops. I'm going after his partner.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, gets on board, holds on, but he gets away. I've heard the wrestling is the rage at some of the city's grimier establishments, but I didn't imagine a creature of the night would. Don't start, Alfred. Not now. He's torturing himself, setting the clock the exact minute his parents died.
Oh,
Here I
Jesus.
ass worked it out on a slipstick, the chunk of cement I could have moved. Wait, 630 pounds. Wait, I've got on this. Bar now and bar now. Ah! Bad. Deltoid muscle is beginning to swell, torn, probably, and I shouldn't be surprised if the cartilage were damaged. You really ought to consult a physician. Later, maybe. Get the car. It's, and it's the place, Alfred. May I ask what we seek? The getaway vehicle looked like it had recently been repainted, and it hit this pole. Maybe it left traces. Yes, and here they are. Not much, not enough, but enough. Looks through it all, make a few calls to learn which body shop it had used, pays his way through to look through the records, and then seeing you, Harvey. Harvey, this is back in his early years, back when Harvey was still, well,
Yeah.
one-faced.
Yeah.
And Harvey Dent is the district attorney, the one I, Batman, have a working arrangement with. I'm rather familiar with your relationship with Mr. Dent. Of course you are. Of course you are. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Dent sent one of the names. I've got in the body shop. This guy has a record, including suspicion of kidnapping. We're going to see him. Master Bruce, it has been at least 96 hours since you slept. Even through your jacket, I can see that your shoulder is swollen to twice its normal size. You are mumbling and barely coherent. I really must insist you see a doctor and then retire. No! Couldn't save the girl. Couldn't save little Spit and Sissy Porter. Watch Sissy Porter die. But I can get the scum who killed her. Can't rest until I do. Your whole life testifies to a great capacity for obsession. You have, and heretofore channeled it, but now it is uncontrolled. I cannot abide your action. If you insist on doing this as you plan, you may consider my resignation tendered. Did he hear me? Does he care? The guy wasn't pressing charges, so I waltzed out of the cop house, free as air. But I gotta say, that masked guy's got a wallop like a mule. I could have taken him if I didn't have to drive the car. You're going to police headquarters, both of you. You'll confess to the kidnapping of Sissy Porter to either Captain James Gordon or Assistant District Attorney Harvey Dent, or both, preferably both. Hey, man, I got no beef with you. I can take him. You're welcome to try. I'm telling you, yeah, Patsy, he can hit. I can take him. Whoa! See, told you it wasn't so tough. You hold him, Patsy, real tight, man, like he can't get loose. Yeah. Oh, got him in the jaw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap.
Oh, hey.
I ain't done with that bozo yet. Let's nail him. No, you let him go. His time has not yet come. Well, my friend, I'm a man of steel. You must be the man of tissue and tissue paper. Perhaps you should indulge in a safer hobby: hot air balloons and cheese blintzes. Huh? I said that. I told a physician who resembled you that you fell from a hot air balloon into a picnic table of cheese blintzes. The story is too ludicrous to be disbelieved. I'm sure the good doctor will enjoy relaying it. Alfred, you're a genius. Didn't you tender your resignation? Ah, you did hear. Indeed, I did resign, an act I shall implement presently. In 40 or 50 years, perhaps. In other words, he backed out of it.
Yeah, now the writing is great. They've captured their personalities.
Oh, it's
really
Denny O'Neil.
Well.
It's Denny O'Neil,
really.
the guy who redefined him in the 70s.
Yeah, made him mentally screwed up. I love it. I love it.
You're back. I'm not surprised. Those pills you mentioned. Yes, right here. And take one a day. You'll find they are true friends. I imagine you spend a lot of time in the gym. Well, no more. One capsule will replace all that sweaty grunting and groaning you must do to keep in shape. You'll find better use for the time, I'm sure. A month's supply. When these run out, let me know. And sure enough, good. Now, just a little bit, a bit of simple investigation. You weren't, huh? Hard to find. Your turn. I can take you. And it begins at the base of his spine, right through his chest and lungs, and then he can't contain it any longer. The laugh that sounds strangely like a shriek.
What? Okay.
It's the adrenaline high.
Oh, okay.
He's on a steroid.
Oh, yeah.
Venom's a steroid, so it's the adrenaline high. But how was that for that first issue?
I'm digging this. This is a good pick. Good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. No, he's busting his way in, and he's just shredding these guys without even using the bat suit. You know what?
Oh yeah.
I'm doing punks. And what I'm doing, punks. I'm trying to decide which of your holes to cram into this into. Maybe you got a preference. Look, whoever you are, I'll tell you whatever. Oh yes, I know you will. Whoops. The man, the connection, your supplier, the scum that sells you drugs. Willie, big guy who hangs out at Silix and car service. Whoops. And again, he just felt like I felt fine. So fine I had to laugh. And what, may I ask, at the point of the exercise? Scare him, Alfred. Make them afraid to show their faces. I see in this, despite the fact that they committed no crime. No crime. Everybody in that crummy hotel had a rap sheet as long as your arm. But they did nothing illegal recently, of which you were no doubt aware. Hell, no, hell they were bent. I could smell it. I see the olfactory school of justice. This came for you today. I believe it's the volume you've been waiting for from Hub City Toxicology. Yeah, yeah. Put it on a shelf, and I'll get it when I get to it. 690 pounds. Not too shabby, huh? I'm positively choked with admiration. Now about the book. When you began taking those pills of yours, you said they would artificially build your strength and thus free the time you spend in the gym for study and experiment. Yet in the 3 months you've been taking them, you haven't read a single book and you barely glance at a newspaper. Maybe I forgot and I've gone past the need to read. Maybe that was just a phase I had to get through. You ever think of that? No, but I will share with you something I have thought of. It is this. Perhaps you should recall where you are getting your current information and consider the motive of your informant. You're not making sense. You used to wear this on your nocturnal foray. May I ask why that is no longer so? Damn if I know. It just doesn't feel comfortable anymore. That is an answer. Another is that it's come to represent something that is shamed by your present behavior. I've got nothing to be ashamed of. And get that loud and clear? Nothing! And if you think I do, maybe you're one of them. One of whom? The weaklings, the snivellers, who and let the city become a sewer because they're afraid to do what has to be done. Where are you going? Away from you. Maybe you should keep walking. That is an excellent idea.
Wow.
James, he
Dick.
said. I'll show him. Of course, maybe it was a little rough on him. Good to see you again, Dr. Randolph Porter. It's smooth and you're starting to realize about Pointer, right?
I think so.
You have them? Certainly. But first, there's someone I'd like you to meet. General Timothy Ashton Slaycroft. Howdy, mister. You're an American general. Retired American general, mister. United States Army for almost 40 years. Until they wised up and put me out to pasture. Good to meet you, Dr. Porter. The pills? In a moment. Tim, the general here, would like to make you an offer. Private Outfit has hired me as a consultant on a project that involves national security. I'd like you aboard. I'll certainly think it over, General Slaycroft. Dr. Porter? Yes? Oh, these! You want these!
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Dr. Porter? Yes? There's only 4. I've been busy. Didn't have time to make up anymore. That's not a problem, is it? No, of course not. Oh, dear!
He's getting addicted.
And Porter is being his
Yep.
dealer.
You
can return later in the week. Sure, no sweat. You have anything else for me? Any information? Afraid not. You'll have to find your own bad guys. Sure, easy. I'll go check on Patsy and Brew, the punks who tried to rip you off the night your daughter was kidnapped. Remember them? I hear they're out on bail. Not a good idea. Surely there are other criminals you can harass. Okay, sure. Well, I'm pleased and we're in the ballpark. You notice how dull he seemed and how anxious he was to get the capsule. Another week and he's ours. Oh, shit!
Plot thickens.
Meanwhile, we have a problem. Two problems. Patsy and Brew. If he finds out the information I've been feeding him comes from them, then you'll have to use and you've been using them to wipe out their competition, and you've been doing business with them. Exactly. Now that you're financing my experiments, my colleagues Patsy and Brew are superfluous. It's an old military principle, Mister. Never carry dead weight. I'll take care of them. So,
Wow.
but yeah, we meet up with the son of the general.
Okay.
Father General Slaycraft, General Timothy Slaycraft, same as me. See, I'm a junior. I can see the resemblance around the ears. Word advice: don't lurk in darkness. Stand out in the light. See, my daddy doesn't like people to see me. That's why I hide. Big as I am, it ain't easy to hide. You have no reason to hide. You look okay to me. Aww.
Hmm.
He makes his way in there, and they were already been gunned down.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this! Lifting the fridge. Oh!
Damn.
And you did the dirtbags upstairs. You're gonna tell me why, but not right away. First, I'm gonna hurt you a while. I'm gonna break a few bones. Listen to you whimper. Mister, watch out! Oh!
Oh.
Someone just
Damn.
drove by and gunned them down.
Didn't want him to talk.
Fingerprint to the stiff. The deceased, Captain. The feds don't show any criminal records any more than we do. Send the prints to the Military Records Center in St. Louis. See if they're turning up anything. And tell the lab to hurry up with the car. And I want that ballistic reports now. It'd be interested in that report too. I was wondering when I'd be interested in that report too. Wondering when you'd show up, if you've shown up. It's been 3 months. Been on vacation. You shouldn't smoke. Research shows that nicotine is addictive as heroin. Yeah, and it causes emphysema and heart disease. Also makes you smell lousy. Want to tell me something I don't know? Depends. What don't you know? I don't know who's been going around busting heads. Some guy in a hat and trench coat. Tell me about that. No comment. You look different. Bigger. Beefier. I've switched breakfast cereals. I mean the kind that fortifies with vitamins and minerals. I still like the surgery and the sugary stuff. Jim, how's the family? Barbara and the kids. You never asked about them before. I'd rather you didn't again. I'd like to keep our relationship professional. Because if they got too close, Gordon would have to draw a conclusion about the face behind the mask. That would complicate things for both of them. Sure. Sorry. I'll calling about the ballistics report. Something's wrong. Usually he rejoices in this swinging across the city, the roof of the city, feeling the energy, the excitement, the sheer life of it, letting it all seep into him until he is part of it. But not tonight. Tonight, the city is just an acclamation of stone, steel, and flesh, and he's just a man on a rope. So yeah, so in other words, the general is clearly working with Porter on all this.
Yep. It's an experiment.
Yep, and it turns out those two guys served under the general in Nam. He'll trace those moments, and one fine day he'll arrive with warrants. He won't be able to prove you fired that submachine gun last night, and even if he does, you did it to save Batman's life. That will not be relevant. Speaking of the masked man, is he ready for the next phase of his development? He swallowed the hook. All I have to do is give him a little tug and reel him anytime I want. Alfred! Where the hell is the butler? Oh, I forgot. He's not here. Left a note. Quit. Nobody to talk to, damn it. Need somebody to talk to. Maybe I could talk to them. The bats. They won't answer. But they will listen. That's all Alfred would have done anyway. Okay. Last night, somebody yelled just before the shooting. Saw him. Recognized him. That kid, that Slaycraft kid, Timmy, he yelled. He said they're gonna shoot. Something like that. But what was he doing there? Where'd he go into? That car that drove off. He saved my life. Could have been shot himself then. Somebody shot the shooter. Or did they? Maybe that happened earlier. Can't remember. Can't lift. It's only 69. Lousy 69 and I can't lift it. Get myself fixed up pretty good now. Empty. None left. of all those lousy, stupid. Porter, his fault. Should have given me more like I asked. Thinks he can get away with it, does he? He's got another thing coming. Come in. We've been expecting you. Give them to me. Give what to you? You know. But I want you to tell me. The pills. Can you prepare? Are you prepared to earn them? What do you mean, earn them? Dr. Porter and I are engaged in an enterprise. His interest is purely scientific. Mine is practical. We're trying to create a group of special human beings. The first step is the pills you have grown so fond of. The general has been funding my research. Research you have been part of, I might add. What does Slaycraft get out of this? A small group of men who'll be able to deal with the filth that is overwhelming the nation. The junkies, the cheats, the shiftless incompetents that are sucking us dry. You know who I mean. And surely you don't disagree with the general. I guess not. Of course I don't. Oh dear.
Wow.
So excellent. Then you won't have a problem we've run into. Sure, I'll help. Look at this photo. Do you know who he is? It's Jim, the cop, Gordon, lieutenant or captain or whatever he is. Gordon.
Wow.
Very good. Now that we'd like you to do what. Now what we'd like you to do should be very simple. Kill him. Understand? No sweat.
Wow.
That's how far gone he is.
Wow. I'm kind of taken back a little bit. Like, oh, that de-escalated quickly.
So, yep. The apple won't be necessary. A simple execution will suffice. Oh, I don't know, General. I think the apple will be a nice touch. I'll take care of it before morning. Now, can I have what I came for? What might that be? The pills. I don't know. I don't have any ready. When you're done with, perhaps when you're done with Gordon, before you leave. Do you understand what we're not asking you to commit murder? You're not. Justifiable homicide. Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
What's worse, he's impeding my research. The fool is blocking progress. He's standing in the way of man's evolution to Superman. I'll be back. Oh, jeez. I've come to kill you. What? I mean, I've been sent to kill you. And when I don't, they'll send someone else. What the devil are you talking about? Scientists, Randall Porter and Timothy Slaycraft, General of some kind. You're doing something to them. I don't know. Anyway, they're after you. So in other words, he actually fought it off.
He did. He's still in there. I guess.
Are you all right? Yes. No. I'm going after them. Maybe I'll get them. If not, you hit them in the morning. You hear me? All right. So, yep. Expect you're going nowhere. Except the police headquarters, where you'll make a full confession to Captain James Gordon or District Attorney Harvey Dent. Oh, I really don't think that fits into our plans. Out of the way. No. I said out. And Father, you're going downtown. I am? I might be able to change your mind with these. Recognize them? Want them? Ah, jeez! Got him. And then he struggles to recognize the feeling that seems to be squeezing the life from him. After a moment, he just dumps them.
Yep.
Hello? Alfred, it's me. If it weren't at 5 a.m, I would leap for joy. Do you have a reason for calling? Need help. Your help. No, you're mad at me. But got no one else. Want you to lock me in the cave. Don't let me out for months, no matter what. Meet me in the mansion in a half an hour. Please. I shall be there. So he's now going through the withdrawals. Certain about this, Master Bruce? Don't argue, damn it. Do as I say. Let me be certain. I understand your instructions. I am not to open either of the entrances to the cave for any reason. For at least a month. You have enough food and water down there? I told you, more than enough. What about the other exits? I bricked them up. Isn't there another way? Someone who could be of assistance? A physician, perhaps? No, I suppose not. You are who you are. So yeah, they're flying on over there, and yeah, the general's becoming much more evil. Look, if you noticed.
Scowling.
Yep. So yeah, they're meeting over there as he meets up with this young woman who he starts to become infatuated with. But yeah, so like it's been 10 days, several times. But yeah, see the Timothy Jr., good kid, really good kid. Would you
Okay,
agree?
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad guy like his dad.
Well, yeah, he definitely seems like a good, nice American boy. But several times each waking hour, and he sleeps little. Alfred Pennyworth listens at the intercom connected to the huge cave beneath the house. He has heard movement, breathing, grunts, sometimes what sounded like a sob. He wants to call out, to speak words of comfort and encouragement, but he does not. He goes about his household chores for a whole minute at a time. Then, inevitably, almost without volition, he drifts back to his post to listen and say nothing. 10 days. Only 10 days. Now, unfortunately, they're going to start using it on Timothy Jr.
Ruh-roh. Oh.
But again, he's falling for her. Well, young Timothy seems to be smitten. About time. I was beginning to think the whelp was a, sissy.
Oh, come on, dude.
Turned out the mother had died in a car accident. Blew up. I only hope she doesn't give him a disease. You know how these people are. Filthy. Filthy or not, I think the young woman may be very useful to us.
Dude, he is
Yep.
a racist bastard. Yep. Okay, jeez. I'm getting a little shocked. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's Danny O'Neill wrote this. What do you expect?
I mean, it's
very
real,
though.
It
was very left-winging.
It's real. I like it.
But yeah, basically now they're going to take it to the next stage. Surgery.
Oh,
it doesn't matter if he survives an outcome. And you can so tell Junior, he wants to impress his dad. He wants his dad to appreciate him.
Acceptance.
Oh, geez. Like, please, team, don't be so rough. I ain't any, and anyway, I can be any way I want to be. Why don't you tell me about the poem, the ones about the trees? I forget it. 'Cause it's stupid! No, come here, young Timothy. I have to interrupt this lovely tete-a-tete, but we have business elsewhere. Team, I don't think I want to see you no more. Like, oh, don't worry, Timothy. You will see her again. I promise. So they go through the surgery and look at him, my son.
Oh, wow.
Boom!
What'd they do? Put metal in him?
No, they just made him so bulked up.
Oh, wow. That's messed up.
In fact, his muscles are so hard that while it broke the skin, it did nothing. Can't even stab him. He truly is a Superman. But it's time, and he lets Bruce go, and look how much muscle mass he's lost.
But I mean, my beard don't grow that fast.
Well, it's been a month.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just I didn't expect that. Like, oh crap!
Oh,
it's like a caveman.
Boy. Now this leads into the hall, gives the order, and kills her. Serves her right. She shouldn't have been so standoffish. Carry on. What do you think, General? Well done. If we can make that weakling a man, we could do it to anyone. That's your son!
Dude, I hate this guy.
But yeah, so Bruce is going after those two. May I ask why? Surely they'll no longer pose a threat, but they do. They will as long as they're free, because I can't forget what happened to me while I was in the cave, what I became. And I won't be able to rest until I know they can't do it to me again. Let's go to work. Oh!
Yeah. We got Batman back. And he's learned something very important. Addiction.
Yep.
It'll help him view his obsessions better. That's good.
So they made other soldiers like him.
Oh, crush that.
Jeez, right?
This is great.
And oh, geez, the one boy's his
grandmother.
Smack an
old lady?
And he had the grandson kill his own grandmother.
This is insanity.
He doesn't care. He wants his army of invincible Supermen.
He looks like Sam Elliott, to be honest. Like,
well, sure, you were dead. It's been 6 months. I was sick. I recovered. Glad to hear it. But I don't suppose this is a social call. You and I don't make social calls. Any news about Randolph Porter and General Timothy Spike and Slaycraft? The two you said wanted to kill me? No, not a word. They dropped off the face of the earth. They went to Santa Prisca! How do you know? I overheard them say they had to catch a plane that was leaving within the hour. So, in other words, and that's where Bane is.
Oh,
remember Bane's from Santa Prisca?
Yeah, it didn't dawn on me till just now.
Because they say they're out of our jurisdiction, but not for Batman, of course.
Yes.
Feeling ill, Dr. Porter? I know you've been taking a lot of pills lately. Not lately, for over a year, actually. Since before my daughter died, actually. For what purpose? You're worried that I shall become an addict? You forget to whom you speak, General. I do not deal in common narcotics. I alter the realities of the human body for specific ends. In case of my own human body, I design drugs to increase its intelligence, and I confess to ameliorate certain emotional inconveniences. My aim is to impassively not to make it a drooling, hungry travesty, a junkie. You should allow me to create something for you. If nothing else, I could ease your constipation prop. I like living with my own pain, mister. So that's why he never cared about what happened to his daughter.
He was drugged up.
He drugged himself up to increase his intelligence, but also drop his emotions.
Yeah, he lost his empathy.
Yep, and I'm sure you're a very happy man now. How goes the training? Well, the new stuff you've been giving them. The hypergenic formula? Yes, the hypnosis pill. No, they're hypnosis pills.
Jesus.
I called them to attention. None of them has moved a muscle since, nor will they, until they drop from starvation. I take it you're pleased? The perfect army. Perfectly conditioned, perfectly trained, and above all, perfectly disciplined. We'll take them somewhere to prove themselves. Africa, perhaps. And when I have demonstrated that I'm right, we shall return to America triumphant and use my methods. Our army will crush the godless hordes that threaten us. We both get what we want, eh? We prove that you're a great general, and I demonstrate that every other scientist who ever lived stands in my shadow.
Wow, these guys are megalomaniacs.
Who was that, General? The local chief of police. He said that his man in Haiti reports an American brought a twin engine plane, paid cash for it, and loaded it with electronics. He's headed this way. Should that interest us? The American came on a charter from Gotham City. So, if you were the masked man and had the resources he seems to have, wouldn't you come after us? Wouldn't you use cash to protect your identity? It's not him. It can't be. What I did to him with the drugs I gave him, he's in a rubber room somewhere drooling. Maybe, but I don't take chances. What's that? Oh, rocket launcher!
Jeez.
And damn! So it makes its way down there and, spotted by some people, takes them down and makes his way in. I tell you, it couldn't be him. He's a wreck, I tell you. They're feeding him. So he's so full of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Gomez's men described a giant bat. Then there are two of them. Is it so difficult to admit you failed? You tell me, you and your damn commie rocket launcher. The weapon functioned accordingly to specifications, but a cunning man can defeat any weapon. Okay, so the general is actually smarter than him.
Maybe the drugs are blinding him, making him arrogant. Yep.
Yeah, you know, he's taking more of them.
He took a handful of them. That's crazy.
Detail 10 hut. Attention to orders. You will patrol the perimeters until further orders. You will allow no one to pass in or out until further orders. You will not sleep until further orders. Dismissed. So he's getting a call from them about I love it. Está bien, gracias. What's bien? That was Gomez. He's giving us something very useful to use against the masked man. Uh-oh, they got Alfred.
Oh, no.
And he's tied up, and they made him bleed a little bit before the sharks come. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Master Bruce, out for a constitutional, are we?
Shark Week.
But yeah, get him out there and ooh. So those guys help Alfred as he comes. They make their way back. But then he's knocked out. No, he punches him, and then he's knocked out. Like, Private Slaycraft, attention to orders. Execute him.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Timothy Slaycraft, don't listen to him. You don't want to hurt me. I'm your friend. And listen to this. I have information about your mother. I checked into her death. She wasn't killed accidentally in a car crash. She was murdered with a bomb. The police think your father was responsible, but they couldn't prove anything. Is that true what the masked man is saying? Yes, the boy's mother was a weakling. She was ruining him.
Oh.
Look, Tim, I'm not running anymore. Let's talk. Listen to me, Timmy. Back in Gotham, you saved my life. You don't want to harm me now. And what have you done to him? Trained him, improved him, made him into a monster. Jesus.
He's hitting him with everything he's got, and he's just taking it.
Wait, he's now, and he's worth more guinea pig than a corpse. Private Slaycraft, as you were. You have something in mind? So they take him and yeah, they're bringing him all forward.
Damn.
Am I supposed to? A few particulars. The wall are stone and 50-pound blocks, reinforced with steel. The only way in or out is through that door there. It may be a single slab of temporal steel and attached to a chain. Am I supposed to be impressed? Notice that pipe near the ceiling. Soon water will begin to trickle through it. Within 24 hours, it will fill the entire chamber, and you will drown. That is, unless you can open the door by pulling on the chain. Did I mention that the door weighs 800 pounds? Not too much for a very strong man to lift, but perhaps too much for you. So he's giving him the option of, well, the pills again.
Oh, yep. Save yourself or die. Or take the drugs and save yourself or die. Yeah.
Yep. They're far more addicted than the ones you use in Gotham. See you in a day or three. You or your corpse. So Alfred is rowing back. And Batman's trying to figure out a different way to get through. So basically, water is just trickling in there.
Slow trickle.
Batman keeps looking at the pills, but he's not doing it. And he's almost considering it. But he remembers what he had done.
It's him in the cave, isn't it?
So yeah, Alfred calls and Gordon to tell him to come back there. So the general wants his notes. Meaning of this, General, I want those notes so you can steal the fruits of my genius. Exactly, you've become unreliable. So stuff yourself. I've learned certain interrogation techniques in South America. You will give me what I want. So Batman's actually come up with his own way out.
Yeah. Oh well, he built something. Okay. Yeah. Counterweight. Yeah.
Yep, and pulled the door down open.
Clever.
But yeah, he's thinking back to all the stuff they've done, everything. Now, of course, we lead to this, until the compound recalcifies. That's everything, General, I swear. If you need anything else, tell me. I want to cooperate. No, don't lie, you pathetic weakling. I know you want to kill me, but you will not get the opportunity. I will test the information you recorded. If it proves valid, you will die swiftly and painlessly. If it does not, you will die in agony. But we're partners. Put it down after I've gutted you. Ooh, it's over. You're beaten. Private Slaycraft, attention to orders. Don't let him say it. You did it, didn't you? You took the pills. No. Oh, but you did. You must have. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. You're hurt. You torture me. Stay put until I look over things. Oh, I will. I will. There, I found it. It's dear daddy voice. The only voice Sonny Boy will obey. Pathetic weakling. I know you want to. Kill me! No! Can't let these go to waste.
Oh. Wait.
Buzzer. Satisfied? Abundantly. He got what he deserved. Not the kid, damn you. The kid didn't deserve any of this.
Shit.
I'll win in the end, you know, because you swallowed the drugs I dropped. You saw? Yes, and I'm glad. There it is. Just where he said it'd be. This the guy? It's him, all right. Randall Porter, we have a warrant for your arrest. Incredibly strong for such a frail-looking man. He actually bent one of the cell bars, but he wasn't quite strong enough to escape. No, he wasn't smart enough. Then he went into some kind of withdrawal. The doctors tried dopamine sarin. Nothing did any good. They said he screamed for 2 days. Finally, his entire system collapsed. He died in intensive care. Another victory for you. You should be happy. Did you hear me? He's remembering a girl named Sissy and a boy, Timmy. And the shadow he inhabits are cold and filled with grief.
Oh.
So how was that?
That was great. Clap, 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 clap. I did not expect that. So yeah, that was really cool.
Very dark.
I was familiar with him claiming to have experience with Venom. Yeah.
Not like that.
Nobody knows the effects. You know what I mean? Like, so he knows what it's doing to Bane chemically.
Well, some of the effects.
That was great. That was so well.
What about the artwork?
The art was just classic. It was classic 80s. I love that, man. It was cool story, man. I'm glad you picked that out. That was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, but would you agree, though, it was heavy-handed? No, as far as, the racism, like, again,
well,
it was typical
from the time that it came from, it was pretty gosh darn accurate. I mean, people were like that back then.
Yeah, and notice, I'm not saying this as a bad thing at all.
Oh, no, I thought it was very well written. I got to admit, very well written.
It was very well written. I'm just pointing out, though, because you know how people complain about politics? This is a time to remember just how heavy-handed Denny O'Neil was. But at the same time, still told a good story.
They would get across some pretty good points in a way that would help you understand it, and make you dislike this guy for being the way that he is.
And
you know what I mean?
The character.
It fit the character. It was good. It was good. And Batman and Alfred, they nailed it.
One thing that did annoy me, though, was the constant jumping over in the middle of a sentence, like saying, instead of saying fingerprints, it's prints.
What do you?
Yeah, that got a little annoying.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
Some of the words would just jump. We would jump over there in the middle of the sentence, and it was like, like I said, instead of fingerprints, it was prints.
Fingerprints.
Yeah, but again, just it felt natural. The fact that Batman was that distraught.
It showed how human he was and how susceptible anybody, even the strongest mind and the most well-trained body, is still susceptible to addiction.
Was Sissy really Porter's daughter, or was this done as something to get Batman in the mindset for the drugs?
I think it was really his daughter. I think he pulled what the general pulled, cutting weight and cutting ties, and the pills he had done screwed his mind. He lost his empathy, didn't care about her anymore. It was like, just get rid of her. I think it was, and that makes him so beyond evil. Exactly. That he let his own daughter die just to get Batman
and both died both died very karmic. The general died by his own son's orders, and the scientist died from the overdose of his own drugs.
Yeah.
And Batman knew.
Yeah, Batman let him kill him. That was what was cool. He didn't kill him, but he just sort of like, I'm not going to save you.
Well,
you get what I mean?
There was nothing he could do to save him. Even when they said they tried to detox him, it was no good, and the guy died.
Oh, I meant the general.
Oh, the general? No, the general, he did try to stop him. He did try to stop it.
Oh, I thought he just let him do it.
No. He was like, no, because he didn't want Timmy to get hurt.
Oh, you're right. Timmy would have ended up like him. Both his parents are dead.
Oh. Yep, and he killed his dad. But now, what do you think about this leading to Bane? What do you think about this leading to Bane, though?
That was cool. I love that, how it was. And I'm pretty sure we got Bane not too long after that.
Actually, it was quite a while. This was
wasn't Bane technically was created by the animated series. Am I wrong about that?
No.
It was kind of at the same time, right? Same time?
No. Not even close to the same time.
Oh, see, I thought he was created by the animated series and then implemented into the comics.
In fact, this story was in 1991, and Nightfall was in, Batman Nightfall, not the TV show Nightfall. 93.
Cool. Oh, Okay, you know what? I thought it was the same time, and maybe
Nope,
I
it was
was
still a bit.
misled back
They
in
were
the
still a
day.
bit beforehand.
But that's still really cool that this comic was already setting it up. Well, maybe not setting it up. They just were using a
They
random
introduced
South
the
American
drugs, and then
island.
later on they
Yeah,
decided, let's do something else, and let's actually use these drugs on Bane, and have Bane use it, but it's a superior version.
right. And that was really cool. I do dig how that was smart. I mean,
Yep.
I'm not sure when they were writing this one, they probably weren't thinking, but somebody referred back to that and said, we can give Bane an origin with the Venom and make it make sense. And we'll have him from South America, make him kind of like this gangster, almost, what would you call it? A cartel leader kind of guy. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I really dug that.
Same
Really
here.
dug that.
Yeah, same here. So overall, what would you rate this one? And would you, again, is this one you'd want to adapt? Not that many roles to be honest.
And you know what? Tough question. I would like to, but what I just had a conversation with Joseph about this, and actually Jared from Comics Elite.
Mhm.
I think it's time that I start doing more modern comics.
All right.
A lot of people aren't into yesterday's news much anymore, and I've done nothing but yesterday's news. And you seem to have these covered. You're doing them just fine. So I think I need to start. That's why I'm actually going to make a post soon and ask suggestions from all you guys that are experienced. What should I start with?
Suggestions.
And I just mean like the main arcs, so I can catch up on the mains. You know.
Trust me, I know. Well, would Superman, Batman be sooner enough?
What do you mean?
You know,
no. Over. I need to do. I'm talking modern. Like
that's still closer to modern than this stuff.
2020 to 20 now.
Oh, that modern.
Yeah, past Rebirth. Because I mean, I hate to say it, but they will get more views. People will want to see that more.
I'm sure.
I mean, look at the aliens compared to when I do The Walking Dead. Nobody cares.
Well, to be fair, there's been so many Walking Dead stuff anyway.
And you know what? I give it that. And I thought, why not bring the comics and do it? And now I'm seeing other people that are doing, you know, the comics next to compared to the show. And those are doing great. But it's too late. I started it. Now I have to finish it. I'm that kind of guy. But I think for the DC and Marvel, I think I'm going to look into some newer stuff and X-Men. But yeah, you guys need to help me with that. And I do pay attention when you guys were talking and I'm in the streams and you guys are talking about comics I haven't read yet.
Right.
I pay attention and like, oh, that would be great. Like I have Nightwing. I just didn't read it yet.
Right.
But I did read the new Aquaman and it's not bad. I actually enjoyed it. So I may do that.
Right.
You know. Yeah, no. This one I rate at let's go with an 8.9.
Yeah, I would definitely give it a strong 8 or so. Yeah.
And I will take the point away for the 9 or for the 10 with it being heavy-handed, just for the sheer fact
it was heavy-handed. Let's be honest, it was.
And that was a time where kids were reading comics. That was a bit.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I had to do a trade once, but when my parents saw that bit was him killing the girl, they tossed it in the trash.
Yeah, if my mom knew that I had Weapon X buried in my pillows, you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but something like that, the whole slamming, they're like, what is this? What is this?
Reading. There's rib cages and body parts everywhere. I was like, yeah, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever read, Mom. What are you talking about?
Garbage! No!
This is violent. Yeah, but it's telling a good story. I mean, Spider-Man, McFarlane's Spider-Man, when Wolverine went up to Canada, I mean, they killed a child, a pedo. You know what I mean? If my mom knew I was reading that, she'd have been like, nope, garbage, nope.
Yep. But yeah, that's yep. So yeah, that's all we've got on this one. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Take care. Now, as far as what to do next, I don't know yet. That's all I had at the moment. I'm trying to think of what else to do.
We're still recording.
I know we're not done yet. If you want to do something else,
no, okay, shoo. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what else to do. Not Green Lantern.
No, that's a whole thing that just needs to start on its own. We can't go from a Batman and then, you know, another half hour or something into Green Lantern. That wouldn't even be enough time. I don't know. Why don't you figure something out and surprise me? I'm going to have a cigarette.
All right, go ahead. I'll think.
Because for me, I don't know. Like, my brain wants to suggest things I've already read, and we don't want to do that. You're teaching me, not reviewing with me.
Right.
But I'm not leaving. I'm not even going to leave the house. I'm going to go smoke in my bathroom.
I figured.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
After these messages.
We'll be right back.
I knocked my mic over. Sorry.
Whoopsie.
After these messages.
Okay. Don't overdo it.